So the second area in the renewable domain that I'm interested in is, again, improving the economics of solar energy. And I'm particularly interested in an area known as concentrated solar power, where we collect heat from the sun and we use this heat to generate electricity. Typically in power plants, we burn fuels to generate electricity, to take the heat from the fuel to generate electricity. In conventional solar power plant, we collect this heat from the sun and put it in the same power plant to generate electricity. So this is good. This is the good news. Bad news is this power plant will run only when the sun is out. So it's not a 24-hour operation, and it's not even a daily operation if you have clouds in the sky or dust storms, whatever. So what we're working on is what we call hybrid CSP, hybrid concentrated solar power, where we're using simultaneously heat from the sun and heat from fuels to run the power plant. This way, if the sun is not out, we can just simply burn fuel and run the power plant. If the sun is out and we need extra energy more than we can collect from the sun, we can also supplement it by fossil fuels. So by hybridizing the sources, sun and fuel, we can run power plant 24 hours a day, 365 days a year if we need to. This also means that we not only avoid the whole intermittency issue associated with whether the sun is out or not, but we also don't need storage technologies. Storage technologies like batteries or heat storage are still expensive and not as easy to deploy. By doing the hybridization, we eliminate the need for storage and we maintain the power plant running 365 days a year. We hybridize at the input. We bring in different input sources. We can also make the plant a cogeneration plant, like I was explaining before, where some of the heat that goes into the plant is converted into electricity, and the rest of it, what we call normally the waste heat, is used to heat up plants or buildings or water, whatever heat is needed. We're working on the centralized version of these plants, where we have central facility for generating electricity, but we're also working on what we're calling micro CSP systems that are very small, that will satisfy the need of a building, a hospital, a community center, a small village. We should not forget that more than 1 billion individuals worldwide still do not have access to electricity. They're totally off the grid where they live, and it's unlikely that the grid will reach them soon. So they need small, tiny power plants where they are that can provide them with this electricity and hopefully heat as well. These plants can run on solar energy, can run on biomass, can run on diesel fuel, but they are built to satisfy the needs of these remote rural communities. So myself and some of my students have been working on building these micro CSP systems to deploy them in areas like these. And we've been experimenting with deploying them in places like Lesotho in South Africa or some remote villages in India. So we're trying to address the needs both at the large-scale level, the central generation power plant that you will find same form whether you go to Ghana or Greenland, but we're also trying to address the need of the communities that have been left out of the significant spread of electricity by developing a small-scale system and take advantage of the idea of distributed generation instead of central generation that also requires a massive electricity grid to send the electricity there. It's still currently in the experimental stage. Basically, that particular system is built to be as cheap as possible. So the intention is to be able to build it in location or in the close vicinity for where it's deployed, using components that can be fabricated where it is going to be deployed. So currently what we're searching for, organizing, is going to some places where we think this is needed and looking for ways to establish this manufacturing facility so that we can build these systems and start to use them in same places where they're there.